Hello dear students, today we'll start our first lesson for class 5th of English, that is Tom whitewashes the fence. The meaning of fence is a wall which is made by wood and wire. The meaning of whitewashes is paint a wall, building or room. So before starting the chapter, first we will complete our warm-up exercise. Match the books with their authors. So students, you have to match these books with their authors. First book is A Tale of Two Cities. This book is written by Charles Dickens. Second book is Uncle Tom's Cabin. This book is written by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Third book is Pride and Prejudice. This book is written by Jane Austen. Fourth book is Silas Marner. This book is written by George Eliot. Fifth book is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This book is written by Jules Verne. So student, before starting the chapter, you have to complete this warm-up exercise. So student, this lesson is very interesting, and this is the story of a boy named Tom who was very clever and very smart. He lived with her aunt Polly. So dear students, before starting the lesson, you need to know these new words with their meaning. The first new word is here, fence, a wall which is made by wood and wire. Second word is spoilt, it means mad, useless. Third word is escape, it means to get away. Fourth word is wearily, it means tired. Next is fetch, it means bring. Next is rushed, it means speedily. Our next new word is pretend, it means to make excuse. Eighth new word is pity, it means a cause of grief. Ninth word is segments, it means section. Tenth word is spotlessly, it means cleanly. Students, you know these new words will help you to understand the lesson. Students, now I am starting the story. One day, Tom and his cousin Sid were having a holiday. Tom was planning to go swimming with his friend. It was Saturday. He was in very cheerful mood. Student, cheerful is a new word for you. So you have to underline this word, and it means in a very happy mood. Okay, dear students? But Aunt Polly handed over the task to whitewash the fence and said that you cannot go anywhere. Today you will be finishing the whitewashing of the fence. Then Tom took the bucket of whitewash and brush and left over the whitewash the fence. Tom's wish could not be fulfilled now. So student, please tell me, when our wish could not be fulfilled, so how we feel? Yes, we feel very unhappy now. Yes, like us, Tom also feel very unhappy. All his plans were spoilt. Aunt Polly was strict and he had to obey her. Student, please tell me, should we obey our elders? Yes or not? Yes, we should obey our elders. Then Tom thought, if I would spend the whole day in whitewashing, then how I will enjoy my holiday? So Tom was very clever now. So he thought finally something has to be done. Suddenly he saw Jim. Suddenly he saw Jim, the boy who helped his aunt with the tougher job in the house. Jim was the servant of her aunt Polly. Jim was carrying a bucket to fetch water from the village pump. So children, please tell me, what is the meaning of fetch? Yes, the meaning of fetch is here bring. Okay. Tom said to Jim, let me fetch the water while you whitewash the fence. Before Jim could reply, he was spotted by Aunt Polly. It means Aunt Polly was seen coming. Tom quickly picked up the brush and started working hard, but he couldn't do it for long. After some time, he saw his friend Ben Rogers. After some time, he saw his friend Ben Rogers coming along the street. A brilliant idea came to his mind. He pretended not to see Ben, who was eating a juicy red apple. Ben came up to Tom and was surprised to see him working and said to Tom, I am going for a swim, but you can't come. Can you? You are working. So, dear student, Ben was teasing to the to Tom. But Tom was very clever and very smart. So Tom said, whitewash is fun. This is not work. You have never whitewashed a fence, have you? Ben said to Tom, no, I haven't. Let me whitewash a little. Tom said, no, I have promised Aunt Polly that I'll do it myself. Sid wanted to do it, but she would not allow him. Then Ben requested, I'll not do the mistake. I'll do it very carefully. Please let me do it. In return, I'll give you my apple. Tom now had Ben begging for a chance to whitewash the fence. Tom handed the brush to Ben and sat down to eat the delicious apple. Delicious means, what is the meaning of delicious? Yes, delicious means very tasty. Soon other boys came along with their offering. So other friends of the Tom wanted to do the whitewash the fence. Okay, and for the whitewash they wanted to give some other thing to the Tom. So before the afternoon was over, Tom was the owner of 12 marbles, a tin soldier, a key, a dog's collar, the handle of a knife, and four segments of an orange. He had cleverly got what he wanted by pretending to enjoy the work he was doing. Aunt Polly was delighted. Delighted means very happy. Aunt Polly was very happy. Delighted means very happy to see the fence looking so cleanly white. She gave him a big apple to eat. Spotlessly means here is cleanly. What is the meaning of spotlessly? Yes, spotlessly means cleanly. So she gave him a big apple to eat. This was Tom's story. So moral of this story is life can also be made easy by prudence and cleverness. Students, here I told you the summary of this lesson. Hope you understood. Okay, now we will move to our book exercise. Tick the correct answers. So first is Tom had a holiday on. Yes, what is the answer of this question? Saturday. Tom had a plan to go for a swim. Tom had to whitewash the fence. Aunt Polly gave Tom an apple to eat. Our next question is fill in the blanks with the correct word from the box. Okay. Tom and his cousin Dash were having a holiday. So tell me student, what is the name of Tom's cousin? Yes, Sid. Next is was carrying a bucket to fetch water from the water pump. Who was carrying a bucket to fetch water from the water pump? Yes, Jim. Next is a brilliant idea came to Tom's mind. Tom was very clever. Next is Aunt Polly was happy to see the fence looking so spotlessly. Now we will move to our next question. Our next question is question answer. So for the answer of these questions, you have to download PDF file from the SNCS site. Now we will move to our next exercise. Grammar is fun. Student, you already learned about the subject and predicate in previous class. So again we will read about subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. A sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. The subject is a thing, a person we are talking about. It can be a single word or many words. The predicate is the part that tell us something about the subject. The predicate can be one or many word. It always contain a verb. From this chart, you will easily understand what is subject and predicate. Subject tells who or what the sentence is about, and predicate tells what the subject is or does. So, the kids are eating lunch. So, who are eating lunch? Yes, the kids are eating lunch. And what are kids doing? Yes, kids are eating lunch. So, in this sentence, the kids is subject and are eating lunches are predicate. So student, one practice exercise is here. You will easily do this exercise. Circle the subject in this sentence. You have to circle in this sentence subject. Okay. First is Dhyan Chand was a famous hockey player. So in this sentence subject is Dhyan Chand. Second is our school is very old. In this sentence, our school is our subject. Anju loved the scenery. In this sentence, Anju is subject. Next is my grandparents live in Jaipur. In this sentence, my grandparents is subject. Okay. Now we will move to our next question. Underline the predicates in this sentence. You have to underline in this sentence predicates. Okay. The dodo is an extinct bird. So what is predicate here? Yes, is an extinct bird. The kittens were playing in the water. Were playing in the water is our subject. Sorry, predicates. Next is Anjusha is in class first day. Is in class first day are predicate. Next is Burma is the old name of Myanmar. So what is predicate here? Yes, is the old name of Myanmar. Now we will move to our next exercise. Our next exercise is about phrases. A phrase is a group of words that make some sense but not complete sense. A phrase does not have a verb, subject or predicate. Okay, example in the morning at the station. Okay. So students, from this chart you will easily understand what is a phrase. A phrase is a group of words that does not make complete sense. Example, the cat sits on the mat. In the above example, on the mat is a phrase because it consists of group of words that does not make complete sense. Now one practice question is given here. You have to complete this question. So first is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let us act before it is too late. The policeman fined the car driver for over speeding. The train is at the railway station. We have breakfast in the morning. So we will move to our next exercise. Let's spell. Student, this is your homework. You have to tick the correct spelling. Okay. Next is word power. Student, this is also your homework. So question is given here. In the groups of words given below, one word is different in meaning. Cross this word out. In every question, one word is different in meaning. So you have to cross that word. So this was our book exercise. So student, you have to send your homework on my number with along with your name. Okay students, thank you.